This is going to be an experimental video, but I believe it is worthy of a discussion nevertheless. The last pandemic brought about many changes in our society. Most of these changes were in the form of challenges, ranging from the inability to travel and the lack of freedom to live our lives as we so choose, to the loss of loved ones, which is undoubtedly the most tragic consequence of all. One positive effect, though, is that most office workers are now allowed to work from home. For many people, working from home, be it hybrid or fully remote, has now become their reality, and this allows them to spend more time with their family. In addition to that, however, there is one more blessing that gets totally overlooked, something that hasn't yet happened, but eventually will happen in the future. No, I'm not talking about not paying for gas or not being stuck in traffic, or you could be working out at home or practicing morning self-care, to name just a few. Those are already obvious benefits of having no commute. As more and more people realize the benefits of remote jobs, demand will keep on increasing, hereby forcing companies to adapt if they want to remain attractive in the eyes of the employees. More remote workers also means there is now less of a need to have huge office buildings, which are either sitting completely empty or half inoccupied. And with this reduction in occupancy comes the biggest miracle in recent times, which you've probably been wondering about since the beginning of this video. Slowly but surely we can start reintroducing more nature into cities by converting all that office space into public parks or using it to plant trees and grow organic food to support local communities. This in turn will help fight climate change. Also, I don't want to pop your corporate bubble, but looking at washed out concrete buildings, especially those found in big cities, definitely isn't for everyone. Personally, it makes me depressed, so why not turn all that into lush and fertile nature? Another idea is to convert all the unused space into residential areas, which for instance could help countless homeless people get a second chance. But already I can hear some concerns, pointing out the fact that both ideas are highly utopian at best. Besides, our society, which values capitalism above anything else, will never allow that to happen, right? Who knows, maybe I am indeed being a crazy and naive hippie, but am I really? Truth be told, we simply cannot maintain the current model. It's unsustainable. A finite planet doesn't allow for infinite growth. Currently, the hybrid model, 50% home and 50% office, still stands because most companies have long-term investments in real estate and they cannot all of a sudden shake that off due to contractual agreement. Hence, they still require employees to show up at the office. Also, it makes them feel as though they didn't waste their money. But once the agreement comes to an end and when comes the time to rethink their long-term strategy, companies too will realize that they can ditch most of the real estate and instead save tremendous amounts of money on rent by allowing more employees to work from home where possible. To avoid confusion, I would like to explain what I mean with where possible, because granted, not all companies can go remote. Also, most people enjoy having a place to go to buy physical items, like food or electronics, or just to get a basic service. These places will stay as long as people find a use for them. Instead, this video is targeted at desk jobs, where it really doesn't matter if you're sitting at home or inside an office building. What matters is that you get the job done, regardless of your physical presence. With all that being said, I believe most factories will remain in service because we as humans need material possessions in order to function. However, I predict that these factories will require little to no human interaction in the future, except for the few engineers needed to maintain them due to the high level of automation, meaning that office space can yet again be drastically reduced. In conclusion, while space that companies require may never completely disappear, I believe reducing our footprint down to only what is truly necessary to give nature its rightful place is a step in the right direction for the health of our planet. Let me know your thoughts down below and subscribe for more future content.